Hello, beloved. Welcome to a seer's world. This will be your message from the divine. Okay. I thank you so much for your time. To those who are keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions, which will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. All right. If you are here, it's most likely that you tapped in with knowing and understanding. You might not know, you might not understand, but knowing and understanding will come from this message. Okay, this is for those based in New York, or you might have family there, you have a friend there, a business there, whatever of yours is at New York. So I received a channeling, I received a download about the state of New York, the city of New York. And if this message found you, this is to broaden your awareness about what is going to be happening, okay? But in specific, this is for those that are close to a graveyard site in New York. So if you live close there, you know someone that lives close to a graveyard, you have a business close to a graveyard site in New York, please take all of this how it resonates for your reality. But this is for those based in New York City, somehow, and close to a graveyard site, okay? So let's tap in. Let's see what this message is about. Let's tap into the energy. Let's tap in by way of understanding, clarity. Let's tap in by way of confirmation. Let's tap in by way of awakening. Let's tap in by way of truth. Let's see what's going on in the energy surrounding the city of New York for the residents that are close to the graveyard sites, okay? Let's see what this is about. Or you know someone close to a graveyard site. Okay. So this is about the dead, right? We have the judgment reversed. We have judgment reversed. And we have the identity card reversed here, okay? So with the judgment reversed to the identity card reversed, the dead within the graveyard sites in New York City, the dead are upset, the dead are angry, the dead are mad, right? Reason for that is the way people, right? This is not you in specific, but just people within the area, the way they treat the graveyard sites, the things that they do there, the things they say there, the things they leave behind there, and whatever it is they bring there, it upsets the dead. It wakes them up from their rest or their peace. It tempers with the energy of where they laying to rest, right? Or where they were laid to rest, where they're being laid to rest, okay? So with the Page of Swords here, the dead now are in the energy of wanting vengeance upon anyone who sets foot in that graveyard site, because they feel so mad, upset, enraged at the fact that, they're very angry at the way they're being treated. There's no respect. They don't, people don't treat graveyard sites with respect anymore. They go there. Some even use the graveyard sites to piss and things like that. Some people use the graveyard sites for sexual intercourse. Some people use the graveyard sites to commit certain crimes. Some people use the graveyard sites to bury things of darkness, speak things of darkness, do things of darkness, instead of respecting that that's actually a place of rest for another person who was once human as well, and they just ascended into wherever they are, right? So I'm seeing here that since you are close to the graveyard site, the energy around the graveyard site is going to affect you because you're close to it. It's like because the dead are spirits, they can roam in any vicinity close by. They can be anywhere. They can cause chaos. They can cause uproar. They can cause destruction. All of a sudden, people in that area, there's a high crime rate. This one is complaining about losing this, hijacking, getting robbed, like burglaries, rapes, and true crime. Um, so I'm channeling things of that manner. Okay, I'm channeling things of that nature. Okay, so let's see what's going on further here. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Interesting. Let's see. And then the Hierophant reversed. Let's see. Okay. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed to the Knight of Wands reversed. All of these energies being reversed. So with the Nine of Wands reversed here, they want to avenge themselves, like because they don't have the peace that they need in order for them to rest. All that remains is unsettling energy, right? All that remains is that torment and torture, being haunted by other people's things that are left at a place where they should be resting, these spirits that are now passed on and unalived, right? They feel like they don't have a home anymore, so they want to haunt other people, torture other people. Not everyone that was buried was a good person, so don't forget that. Some of these spirits are very bad spirits. Some are good, but nonetheless, they lack peace. So, in order for them to restore their peace, they feel like they need to chase people in the area away by making the area hard to live in. You know, making the area hard to 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 stay at. Making the area hard to want to be there. So that like people decide to do things that make it bad for everyone else to be there. All of a sudden, back to what I channeled earlier about crimes and things like that. All of a sudden, bad things, it's not even just crime, right? Just bad things start happening. And because it's spiritual, even the energy there is not going to be the same, right? With the Hierophant reverse, the energy is going to completely just be different, right? And it's going to be something that is beyond anyone's control because it's beyond anyone's control already. They want to chase people away. So they want to make the living circumstances very hard, bad, and dark, right? They want to make everyone pack their bags and leave. And those that remain, well, they choose to remain for their own things. But this is what the spirits want to do. They want to make everyone just all of a sudden, no one wants to live in this area. Or all of a sudden, things are so bad here that you can't live in this area. Or all of a sudden, the energy is no longer something that it used to be. You feel different when you're there. Your thoughts are not the same. Your emotions are not the same. You can't channel the same energy. You don't wake up with the same state of being, and it doesn't feel good, right? So this is what's going to start happening. This is what's going to start happening. This message is for awareness sake. Yeah, justice reverse. Because don't forget, they want vengeance upon all of those that are out here doing such malicious and sinister and dark things in a place of rest for the dead. respect the dead is the energy here, but those residents amongst the area you're in, they don't respect the dead. It doesn't necessarily need to be you, beloved. Don't take it as a personal direct thing going on. It's more like it's beyond and bigger than that, because so much was already done over the years. This is just a build up, and they're sick and tired of putting up with it. Because imagine you're trying to rest, you're trying to find peace, you're trying to pass on, and then someone comes and pisses on your grave, or has sexual intercourse on your grave, or speaks blasphemous things during sexual intercourse on your grave. Like, yeah, that's brave. Truly, I don't know what has become of society. Some people go there and do graveyard, I just heard that, graveyard magic, graveyard spells, graveyard dirt. They dig it up to use in rituals. So much gets done in that area. It's not just people doing what they're doing. Some people take it a different level, up a notch, and they do things like that. And it's been happening for years. And the spirits of New York, of the dead, are very upset. The dead spirits of New York, those that have been laid to rest, those that have been unalived and are trying to find peace, the graveyards in New York, the graveyard sites in New York are not going to be at peace, right? Because of what is going on. And that's going to affect the residents that live close to the graveyard sites. So it's not the city overall. If you live close to a graveyard site, you know someone that does, then this is what it's for, right? This is for you. So with the moon to the King of Swords here, these spirits don't care who they harm, because they feel uncared for, right? They're giving the energy that they've been receiving from the people that have been doing them harm, right? Like they don't care to think about, oh, this one didn't do it, I shouldn't do anything to them. I shouldn't invade their home with paranormal activity. I shouldn't invade their space with you know, paranormal activity. I shouldn't. No, they don't think like that. The spirits just want peace, and they feel like everyone can get it because they just want their peace. So that is the energy here. Let's see. So all the things that were done to these spirits, they still live with it. It's like, imagine, back to that, like you're trying to find rest, and you see somebody digging up your graveyard dirt, and because the spirits see beyond, they see already what you're going to do with what you are taking from them, not you, beloved, but in general. Just a spirit knows way beyond a human. It knows way beyond us. So if we invade its space, it will do the same. It will work its way into our reality the same way, So, yeah, let's tap in here. So this is things that, people don't speak about. People don't think about the dead. They just see a tombstone there, but they forget that that was an actual human being who lived as well. They forget that, now that human being is in spirit form entirely, and we don't understand that realm, that dimension, that galaxy, but it exists because the fact that it's beyond us, beyond our understanding, it doesn't make it any less real. It's real even without us understanding how real it is. It's still real. And we as people tend to be selfish because we're so used to the fact that there's no consequence. Who's going to tell someone to stop having sexual intercourse on someone's tombstone? Not knowing how that person passed on. And then that person, that spirit, has to live with the fact that all these bodily fluids that came out, ejaculation and semen and all these things came out, and now they all over their tombstone and piss. The flowers that were left there for them are now broken up and all these things because people refuse to have respect for the dead. The people of New York living close to graveyard sites, even those that go there just to sin and leave, they don't have respect for the dead. They don't understand what they're doing, but it's happening nonetheless. And there is going to be consequences. I just heard bad karma because of the bad energy. Okay? So we have the Six of Cups here to the Five of Swords reverse. So, the divine is saying you have your reality there, right? Not to take away from the fact that you have your own life there, your own people there, just in the where you stay, where you lay your head at, your neighborhood, your area, you have your life there. This is not to tell you what to do with your life. This is to alert you as to what's going to happen surrounding where you living your life. So use your own discernment and intuition, as whatever I say activates whatever thoughts and emotions by way of discernment and intuition. And choose to understand with the third eye, choose to see with the spirit, choose to listen with the 5D frequency. Okay? We have the Five of Swords reverse. So I'm channeling that, those that are watching this message, the ancestors are saying to you, your ancestors are saying you will be protected, right? You might not even feel the effects of the consequences of the backlash of these spirits as they going to torment and haunt and demolish and destroy so many things around the neighborhood. You might be one of those people, or you will be one of those people, or you're going to be one of those people that don't get affected, because you don't do what was done, to the spirits. But the spirits are not the one that are going to be sparing you. The dead spirits are not the ones that are going to be sparing you. Your ancestors are going to cloak you with a shield of protection, just in case you can't go anywhere, or that's the only home you have, or anything like that. So this is not to put fear in your heart, mind, spirit, and body. It's to just alert you, but with confirmation of the fact that you will be protected. You won't feel the effects. Your energy might not change, will not change. You might not be in the same frequency as what will be happening, but there's things that you are being guided to do. Like buy salt and put it by your windows and by your doors. It'll chase the bad spirits away. That even when they start doing what they're doing, all of a sudden there's this going on in this one's home, there's that going on in this street, there's this thing going on. All of a sudden, you at least will have your own sacred space, like Noah's Ark. Be prepared for your own, you use your foundation is solid. So get some salt, any salt, Himalayan salt, Hawaiian salt, I don't know, any salt, just salt, coarse salt, fine salt, rock salt, any salt. Windows, just sprinkle a little on your windows, at your doors, at the bottom, and wet your hands a little bit, touch the salt like this, with your hand like this, and then put it on your door handle. The spirit won't even be able to see your home. It will be like you are not there. Even you yourself, you'll be like a ghost as well. Like they will miss you. It's gonna cloak you. It's gonna cloak your energy with protection. It's gonna shield you. Okay? Because when God blows woe, when judgment hits, it's way beyond our control. It's not about, it's not about us. Because the divine, wouldn't have allowed these spirits to do this if it wasn't justice for the spirits. Because they also have had enough. So much was done for so many years. I'm hearing 32 years, 26 years, 7 years, 2 years. Over time, simply put, so much has happened. And this is just something that is a buildup of something greater than you or your existence. But for your sake, and your own life, reality, and world, Be aware, you know? So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. I'm also seeing like there's people that leave their things at the graveyard site. Let's say someone maybe they were so drunk it ended up in the graveyard site doing whatever. They might have even been drinking there. Maybe let's say they leave an item of theirs unknowingly because they're drunk, not knowing that wherever they're leaving the item, it's giving that spirit power over them. All of a sudden, when that person wakes up from wherever, they don't have awareness of the fact that they left an item on a dead grave or a graveyard, a dead spirit, pardon me. And then they go wherever and wake up there, and it's like, oh, I'm no longer drunk, I'm hungover, having no, it's just a superficial, way of living, having no depth in understanding that, damn, I just, I left my possessions at a location that, is of the dead, the unalive, the killed, the murdered, the murderers, the killers, like, and then they leave their thing on a specific grave or tomb, and that spirit haunts them their whole life. They wonder why they things all of a sudden not going right. They need to repair this. They need to maintain this. Everything they trying to hold this together, it just keeps falling apart. They business ain't working out. They mind ain't right no more. They heart don't feel okay. They spirit is not well inside. They body, they have health issues. We don't think about things like that, but it's things that we need to think about for our own sake. It's not about anything. For your sake, respect earth because you leave it behind. At least leave it behind with a good relationship with it so that wherever you go, you don't have karmic debt to pay for what you've done here that is unjust and unlawful in the spirit realm. A realm we know nothing about. I myself don't know. I know what I'm told by my ancestors. I know what I'm told by the divine. I know what I'm told by my journey and experiences and my gift, but I'm not God. We have the Five of Cups reversed. Yeah, like a lot of bad things are gonna start happening. I'm hearing bloodshed. Like, maybe this one goes out and they think they're gonna have a good time. They used to going to this club. They get to that club, they get beat up. Come back home, lost a tooth. Come back home, they something happened to their head. They got hit so bad, or their neck, or their jaw, or their body, somehow something is just really wrong and takes them to the hospital. And they get there and they tell them, oh, it's actually much more severe than just a bruise or a wound, like things like that. Or someone parks their car at a specific location that they used to park in their car. Ain't nothing new. Ain't gotta think twice about it. I'm used to this. They go out, they don't find their car there no more. The Hermit reversed. The dead are above us always. Death is a respectable honor, one which we fear for a reason. We live with the fact that it can come any day, any second, any minute, any hour, any week, any month, any year to take whoever it wants to. But we must respect it because it's so beyond us that at any given time, it can decide you don't exist no more. So those that don't respect the dead, they ruin it for other people that do. Or let's say you have someone that lives close to a graveyard site in New York City. They tell you, friend, or whatever, sis, bro, aunt, uncle, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. And you go there and they say, they call you and they say, this, oh, but I didn't say you go there for no reason. So you might go there as well, right? Not having awareness. This is just an example, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Not having awareness that some juju's going on, something beyond me. You're just going to see someone you know. But you take that with you wherever you go. You go to them, and whatever look at how the light just changed. It got dark and dim. Whatever you take with you when you go to that person, it returns home with you. So you can return with a bad spirit. Hence, I suggested to you all spiritual advice: salt, bath with it, wash your crown chakra with it. You know, spiritual bath is just put salt in there. And if you feel a little bit rosy, add some rose petals. It's good for the aura. But salt is just a basic. It's a standard. It keeps the spirits away. And these spirits wonder why people don't use salt, because they know that it will keep them away no matter what. Even if you're a bad person and you use salt at your home, the spirit won't come in. So that's just a hack. Let's see what's going on here. What else? New York City. Let's see. I'm a little under the weather, so excuse me. We have the Page of Pentacles here to the Two of Wands reversed. Some of these spirits have been dead for so long that they're so lonely. They need just a body to go into and house themselves in it. And if you're unprotected, not saying you are, I'm just saying people there in general. If they're unprotected, having no awareness or no clue of anything really, just out here living, they will get victimized by a spirit that possesses them and just controls them. All of a sudden, they find themselves doing things they would never do if they were in their right mind. All of a sudden, this one starts acting sporadic. They every day they just angry, or every day they want to eat a specific thing uncontrollably. They just love it. It's not them. Some spirits are perverts. Some spirits are perverts. They love nakedness, feeling washed in the shower, feeling washed when you're taking a bath, feeling washed when you're changing in your own sacred room or whatever, wherever you be. They be spirits that they feed from that. Some spirits are killers, murderers, assassins. So many people on earth, y'all. So many different walks of life, journeys and paths of life. You don't know the people, you don't know the things people have picked up on in their experiences and what they died with. What's in that coffin? It's not just the body. It's everything about them. And there's certain graveyard sites that only bad people are buried there. And only bad spirits roam there, therefore. And if we don't have awareness, you're just cruising thinking it's a graveyard site, you throwing whatever out and you littering and you throw it in the graveyard site and it has your saliva there, you were eating whatever. Please, we gotta be aware. Warn, alert someone if it's not you in New York. I'm channeling metaphysical stores, right? So to my woman, to my men, who go to metaphysical stores, maybe you into crystals, you're into burning your cleansing herbs, or I'm hearing Palo Santo sage, blood dragon, or blood orange sage, or I'm seeing amethyst, black tourmaline, rose quartz, spiritual jewelry, right? Talismans and things like that. You're being called to reevaluate the location of the metaphysical store, because some of you might go to a metaphysical store and You might just be thinking, I'm just gonna go get whatever I want, there. It's just I'm going to the store, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for your sake and for your awareness and consciousness of what you're experiencing, you're being called to reevaluate the area. Do you feel okay in that area as you go buy the thing, or you just focused on buying it and leaving whatever you be going to buy at the metaphysical store? Does it feel, or do they be a smell there in the area that is just like weird, or the people that like they look at you weird, or they don't be right, like when you see them, it just, you don't click with them, like you're being called to, if that's the case, right? Don't go there anymore. Find a different metaphysical store, because there's a reason you don't feel good when you go there. But if you feel good, then that was not for you. That was just a side note, okay? That just came through. That channeling, that download. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. So with that being said, I am seeing that your ancestors are saying, because you'll be protected, it doesn't mean don't do what needs to be done. Buy the salt. This is to warn you. You guys need to buy salt. Buy lavender. Buy rose petals. Lavender, rose petals, and salt. But salt is the only thing you need. It's just the other components. Because some of you, you know, need more than just cloaking. Some of you need peace. Some of you need calmness, stillness in your home. You know, some of you need more love in your home. That's the rose petals. The peace, the stillness, the calmness, that's the lavender. And the salt is just protection, right? To cloak your energy from any demonic, evil, wicked spirit. Okay? So, you can drink lavender tea if you've been experiencing unsettling emotions and thoughts, or just mood swings that are not the ordinary ones that or things that don't sit well with you inside. Just have some lavender tea. And if you've had a day where you've been out and you've touched a lot of people, laid eyes on a lot of people, spoke to a lot of people, or just been in a setting, a place, an area where there's a lot of people, get back home, take a salt bath. Hot water, salt, you know, soak in it for a little bit, say your prayers in there, cleanse it in there, in the blood of Jesus, cleanse it in there in the blood of Jesus, in the blood of Jesus, and, call upon your highest good by way of affirming to the Most High God that, may you please assist me in cleansing whatever energy of the day I might have ingested unintentionally, and let it be. Some of you have children, it's like I'm seeing a child drop something like on the floor when you're out and about. Don't, whatever you drop on the floor, don't pick it back up. Leave it there, right? Don't take don't take what you've dropped on the floor with you back home. It's not just about the child, the child, I'm seeing a child, but it could be anyone really. Or it's a metaphor. It's like you are not thinking in that moment. It's like a child mind state. It's like, oh, I dropped something, let me just pick it up. Oh, child wouldn't think much of it or something. I don't know, but that's how I'm channeling it here. So take that out. It resonates. It's like, don't think like a child is what I'm hearing. Queen of Wands reversed or Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty with this when these spirits start to, do what they do. A lot of people will be affected, but you won't be, right? So this is to alert you and warn you that this is what's going to happen based on your awareness and consciousness. You need to, for your sake, tap in, beloved, and understand the energies around you, the frequency, the wavelength, the vibration around you. Monitor how you feel when you wake up in the morning, and Do you feel the same way at a certain hour of the day, or at a certain hour of the day your mood switches, or things your thoughts start to get dark or unhealthy, or your emotions start to feel heavy? Like, monitor yourself as well and understand yourself as well. But know that, a sip of lavender tea can heal all of that off from your body. A spiritual bath takes it away like it's nothing. Rose petals in that spiritual bath will make you love yourself more, cherish yourself more, see yourself, acknowledge yourself, notice yourself, pay attention to yourself more, be able to easily detect things about yourself, right? There's an energy that flipped here. I didn't see it. The high priest. So, burning white candles as well, if you have had someone in your space, right after they leave, just cleanse the space there, so that wherever they might have gone, not to say they're bad people or anything, but to say, like, that person could have gone somewhere without you knowing that they were there, and whoever was there might have been a bad person. Whatever energies there might have not been good energies, or things like that you don't think about. But just for your sake, whoever comes into your space, once they leave, make sure you cleanse your space by way of lighting a white candle. Just let it burn for the rest of the day. Don't leave it on its own, though. If you leave, turn it off. When you come back, light it again. um So as the things that will be happening around you happen, you will be living a completely different life. Like, it won't be like that for you. You might hear this one telling you that they're going through what they're going through, or you might see it, you might know, but you won't be experiencing things the same way, right? So this is to just comfort you, reassure you, and give you a nice spiritual hug, where you understand that you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. We got the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is about your health, right? Let's see. Clarify this 10 of Pentacles energy. The 6 of Pentacles. Give me one more. King of Wands. Okay, so I'm seeing here that, you can develop like a different relationship with yourself, like by way of spiritual routine. On certain days, it's okay to just stay home if you feel called to. False was reversed. Yeah, if you feel called to stay home, stay home. You don't know what you're being protected from. If you feel called to not invite a certain person in your home, don't do it. You don't know what you're being protected from. If you feel on this day that there's something that you do and it's normal to you, but all of a sudden you don't feel like you should do it anymore, it doesn't feel normal like as it usually does, it's for a reason. Pay attention to your overall health, like your intuitive health. I'm not channeling more so physical health, I'm channeling intuitive health, because you get downloads as well, you get channelings as well. You just need to tap in with your own consciousness and awareness of it. You feel when something is not right, right? Or someone or somewhere isn't right for you. So you're being called to take heed of that. Don't ignore that. At this time, it's very important that you don't ignore yourself or what you feel. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. This was a Sia's World. I thank you for your time. I hope that this helped you. This was your message from the divine. All right, the divine. To those keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions, which will be once off and not monthly. And you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.